let's go. Right. Okay. That looks good. We have output on both sides, and the volume levels look okay. So yeah, good evening, folks, and welcome to another episode of oGame. Now, again with me tonight, this is Friday, and we are live Friday the 19th of October with Arexcel joining me. He's busy getting things ready. Going to be giving us a little bit of an overview of what's happening with the game migrations, where they're merging universes together. One of his accounts has been affected by this, so he's going to go over that. Now, we have got a wee bit of an issue where the quality of the content coming from this stream might not be great, but we'll look at working towards fixing that for the next one. In the meantime, let's get this going. I'm just going to now display my screen, and I'm going to log into my oGame account, and you'll see I have an exclamation down here. If it could, it would say, "Brian, you're a dick," because I'm in vacation mode. I rather stupidly sent one of my fleets on a transport instead of a deployment, and I realised too late before I could fix it. So I thought, that's cool, I'll fix it. I'll just wait till the fleet comes back and I'll stay up and send it out again. And the thing you've got to remember is when you've got a big fleet, that fleet's hungry for fuel. And the planet that it came back to rest on had 0 deuterium, so I just went and threw a hissy fit and went into Vmode. So that's where I am with things. Still got 8 planets. We are ranked under 2000 now. We actually seem to have jumped quite a good bit there, 1942 with that. So that's where we're at. We don't get released from the corner of the room with the hat on for being naughty until tomorrow night. Well, it's Saturday night, sorry, but it's like 1 in the morning or something, so it won't be Sunday before I get to play my account again. So without further ado, I think that really tells you everything that's happening with my account. What we're going to do here is see if I can swap the stream over to my colleague Arexcel. Just check with you, are you ready? Right. You just see when you're ready to go, yeah?
Feet out. Big slug. Ah!
You'll see what I mean in the playback. It's quite pixelated, but we'll work on it. We'll work on it for the next one. What I'm going to do is just wait for the word from Arexcel that he's ready to go, and we'll swap over to his screen.
You master.
I don't like that. I'm seeing red in your metal. Red metal.
Red metal.
Mass-produced rocket launchers.
I've got to bring the resources together later once the fleet comes in. We're asking that for now. We don't want you to see when the fleet's coming in.
Well, I'm on hold anyway, and so the viewers, just whenever you're ready, let me know. I'll go back to my account just now.
Okay, should be good, Brian.
Right, you ready to go?
Yep.
Right, let's see. So, turn off my display, turn on this one, and with the magic of the internet, your screen is now live to the world. So, pretty much wherever you would like to start.
Well, right, so this is WASAT, this is one of the affected servers. So as you can see, it's a slightly different thing from what you've seen on the Brian screen. We have this here. And this is because WASAT is one of the units that will be merging in well, just over a week's time, in fact. For a timer, 1 week, 2 days and 13 hours. So if we click on this little button here, you can see that I have selected Vega for my relocation.
Cool.
So the way it works is, what they did is on the actual oGame forum, which Brian will show in detail later on. They first announced the merge was coming several weeks back, and then it was about a week ago they finalised and announced to us, right, these units are the ones that have been affected, and these particular units will now be merging into this target universe. So in this case, WASAT and about 5 other universes are the X universes that will all be going to Vega.
Right. Okay.
And of course, being the fact that you're moving to a different universe in this migration, there is a chance that your planets will be shifted and not be in the same coordinates they are in the Exodus universe. So, depending on how many how many systems each of my planets get shifted, I will get a free relocation for each one to put it where I choose to put it. Now, bear in mind that all my planets are in the same system for this account, being that it's a minor turtle account. If one gets moved, more than one's SS over, it should likely mean they all get moved. So I could end up getting up to 9, yes, 9 free relocations.
Wow. And they normally cost a lot, don't they?
Yeah, it's normally the full price of 240,000 dark matter.
Wow, that's
now you do sometimes get events where they do a discount on that. Sometimes it's either 25% or 30%. Both of them have popped up in the past, which brings it down, as I recall, to around 100,000. Yeah, 100,000 is 30%. If it's 25, then it's only 180,000. Yeah, it's $60,000. That's a quarter.
Okay.
So yeah, it's quite.
So many planets you got here?
Only 9. Small
okay.
account. Obviously, they're all moons. They are all gated. I'll just show you one.
Yeah, there'll be no moons tonight, guys. I've actually got one left to get mooned, but I think I'm out of noob mode in my account now because I've been getting a few probes.
Yeah, because you passed 500,000 points, didn't you, the other day?
I think so.
Yep. So this will be a minor. The actual build plan we showed you in the last video was the last video, wasn't it? No, or the one before that.
It was the last one, yeah, because I've actually still got that in my notes.
Yeah, the last one was the build plan for whether either if you're a dedicated miner or a fleeter that wants to be able to raid inactives and hack up targets with things like. Because what you'll find, you see, with the bigger miners, especially in a speed universe like Quantum, they'll use a lot of rips to smash either inactives or players with big defenses to get some extra resources. Which obviously means that because of the fact that rips travel quite slowly, you want to make sure that you have your target within sensor phalanx range, so you can check that you haven't got anyone sneaking up behind you or trying to time you back to rips or destroy your rips as they arrive. But since that's not an issue on this server, I've just done the bare bones of what we call a minor moon. So you've only got Lunar Base 5, Cross Factor 10, and the jump gate. So that's all you really need. And you've got a small account like this that isn't really doing much in terms of attacking.
Yeah.
Raiding in any shape or form.
Well, that's literally just what I've got to now. Robotic 11, sorry, and jump gate. And after that, it's just working on the phalanx and bringing the robotics down slowly to max out the moons. But it's amazing how price it gets.
Last time, didn't we? Right. So as you can see, this hasn't got offensive suspense here, but you can see these is thanks to the AGO add-on, which is a very useful and helpful tool. You can see at Sensor Phalanx level 1, it only covers one system, which actually tells you which is covering here. If I do this, you can see it changes. So that's level 2, so that's 4 systems covered. Then 9, 16, 25, 36, 49.
It gets expensive quickly.
54, and then so level 9 is the main level that I have on Quantum at the moment. So you can see that covers 81 systems. So if it was to be built on this moon, on this server, it would go from Galaxy 8, System 170 to Galaxy 8, System 330, covering 81 systems, including the system the moon is located. So you can see it's 40 systems. No, 80 systems besides, sorry.
This is what I'm really looking forward to now that I've kind of broken out of the sort of noob level. Looking forward to getting a fleet going, starting to use that phalanx, start grabbing some stuff. Yeah. It's going to be really exciting. I say this is the first time for me because I say I've been in other alliances and there has been a sort of degree of communication, but not to the extent that we're seeing in the N alliance. It's been really good. It's been quite an eye-opener actually. The amount of communication.
Quite refreshing.
Yeah, I mean we've got a lot of active players. There's a lot of mixed communication going on daily. It's great. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this account. So thanks guys for being with us. I know the quality is not great here. We'll go back and review the playback and see really how bad it looks. I mean, I've got it on my target screen here and I'm looking at it on the monitor as well, and it doesn't look great, but you can get the gist of what you need to see if you're familiar with the game. So is there anything else?
Yes, I was just to say, while we're on the subject of this and still talking about sensor phalanx, something we didn't touch on last time. When you use the sensor phalanx, every time you scan a planet, it requires you to use up 5,000 deuterium. So if you're going to be doing a lot of scanning, make sure when you're online you move up a sufficient amount to the moon so that you don't run out while you're attacking your target. Now, so you don't want to spam it, but obviously the key time that you're going to want to use it to look is when your fleet's just approaching and just leaving the target you're attacking. And
the value of deuterium is the same, doesn't matter how far away it is, it's the same amount per probe?
No, it's the same set value. Yeah. So it's literally, every scan is always 5,000 deuterium, regardless of the level of the sensor phalanx.
One thing I was very happy about when I came back to my previous account in Spic, I don't know if you remember, maybe that long ago now, but you remember when you used to be in the galaxy view, and you go forward or backwards a universe, sorry, a galaxy, it would actually charge you deuterium for looking. Remember that?
So if we go to Galaxy View now, I switch to the planet below again. So just homeworld and the homeworld moon lit up.
More red. So there's red.
Watch the deuterium total carefully. So we'll go to the left.
Yeah, it doesn't move.
Yeah, in fact it's going up. Yeah, it's not changing whatsoever.
That really used to annoy me, especially when you were starting off in a new colony and you were trying to mine inactives. You were a couple away and you were constantly tuning up your deuterium. I think it was 10 per view or something like that.
Yes, it was. It was 10 deuterium per solar system, per an SS.
Just trying to think of some of the other changes, but that was the main one I noticed. I was like, yay! Stop robbing us for deuterium. 10 per go, you know, it's hardly the end of the bank, but there you go. So what else is happening with the universe merge? We've got the free relocations. I've seen somebody talking about is there things that go wrong where they could lose their whole fleet or their planets and stuff from it? Has there been errors, like big issues like that?
Not that I'm aware of. They're usually pretty good with that. I don't think people have actually lost any planets or not that I'm aware of. But obviously a lot of people can sometimes be unhappy where their planets get put, and there has been obviously frustrations about how many relocations people are allowed. So I think that's why they've made it a bit better this time, so that even if the planet's only moved a couple of systems, you still get free relocation. I believe last time people affected it had to be more than 30 systems that the planet moved in order to get a relocation given. So that's definitely not best. While we're on this, I'll show you the top one in WASAT. So it's some quite big accounts moving over to Vega, as you can see. So literally rank 1 here in WASAT is 367,459,057 points.
I was about to say it's nowhere near War Machine, but the uni we're in is crazy fast.
Yeah, well, WASAT is a bit slower. The economy speed is only 4 times speed, and the fleet speed is 2 times speed. Whereas Quantum is 5 times fleet speed and 7 times economy speed.
I think it's scary fast. Quantum. I think if I get attacked, I won't. I'll be making a cup of tea. I'll come back and I'll have been attacked.
Oh yeah, it's actually a friend of mine several years back. He was making toast, right, and he got his fleet smashed. I was like, dude, why didn't you check in? Like, I thought I'd be fine. It's like,
mental.
Sod.
So this is probably going to set a bit of a benchmark. We'll look back on this and we'll see what we can do to improve on it and get some more content going. I apologise guys, there hasn't been much videos from me all of last week, but as you may be aware, the kids were on holiday and These streams are better when they're uninterrupted, and with 2 kids running about, that was guaranteed almost not to happen.
You've got to love the kids being on half term.
Oh, I've got to love them going back to school on Monday, so peace and quiet.
I think here and down in England, the actual half term is next week down here.
That's right.
Staggered, yeah. So you got it a week earlier in Scotland, and ours are all next week.
That's right. A few of my friends have been saying that.
And then everyone will be back to normal in the 1st of November.
It's annoying because I keep trying to I keep trying to arrange a wee break to go down and see some of my friends, but their kids are always on different holidays from ours up here, so we can never really get things synced. Wow, look at that red everywhere.
Yeah, bear in mind that's been building up for a couple of days, because what I do with WASAT, because it's not as an important account and it's the resource version isn't as fast, I usually let it build up to a decent amount before I pull it all together. Because all the planets are right to go. Literally, I can pull all my ready to go within 20 minutes on this account, because they're all so close to each other.
How many active universes are you playing in? Don't know.
5.
5.
Quantum.
Where'd you get the time?
WASAT, Universe 1, Cosmos, and Zero. Well, they're all different speeds, and I have a little system and strategy. I set up I stagger my fleet saves for different times. Yep. So I can spend as little time as possible doing stuff. And in a lot of the other servers, my planets are all very close together. Which means I only have to spend like a half hour to an hour on them.
So is that your style throughout oGame? Is pretty much a minor?
Yeah, pretty much. That's the only way I can do it.
Your laptop's going to die.
It's alright, don't worry. I've got me charging nearby. But yeah. For fleeters, it wouldn't be workable, because they're so active in doing different things and finding targets and that, they just wouldn't be able to do it. You'll be lucky if you see a fleeter have 2, maybe 3 accounts at most, because it's such a more intensive style of play. With this, it's a lot more easier and laid back, which I like, because I get quite anxious and worked up about that sort of thing. And I've tried fleeting before, and it didn't work.
It's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking at times. Because, you know, fair enough, a lot of it is you just try and get focused and rebuilding, but sometimes it can take you months or, you know, significant amount of time into that.
I'm definitely going to try and do it on Quantum with you for our videos and everything, because obviously Quantum's a lot more established, it's a lot faster, I have a lot better text, so it's a lot more viable to consider it there, but that's the only server I would really consider doing it on.
I think it's well, that's what I thought when I looked at the speed of it. I thought, if you lose your fleet, who cares? You know, just go back and build another one. It'll be ready, you know, fairly quickly.
The other thing as well, I don't think you actually mentioned it in your other videos, but there's something called the rec field. It's a fairly new feature. I don't know if you looked at your facilities tab recently. I'll show you on it, because we're still on my screen, aren't we?
Yep.
Right. We have a thing called a space dock. Yep. It's a fairly new building.
I don't know too much about it, but I have built a few levels, and it has been useful when my fleet has get destroyed.
Yeah, well, read this inside. Right, it says wreckages can be repaired in the space dock. Question marks. Alright. The space dock offers the chance to repair ships that are left behind a wreckage field following a battle. Repairing a wreckage takes a maximum of 12 hours, but it takes at least 30 minutes before the ships can be put into service. From the time that a wreckage is created, repairs must commence within 3 days. The repaired ships must then be placed...
Excuse me a second, Arexcel, okay? You keep talking.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
That's fine, no worries.
Just a wee phone call from my daughter, that's her just going to bed at her friend's sleepover.
No worries.
I told you, this is what happens.
Yeah, it's alright. No worries. Right, where was it? Okay, so yeah, I said about obviously that the ships must then be placed back in service. So, right, actively, once the repairs are completed, if you don't do that, but if this does not happen, each ship type will put itself back in service after the 3 days have passed. A wreckage will only appear if at least 150,000 units are destroyed, including 5% of your ships which were involved in the battle. Since the space dock remains in orbit, it does not require any planet field.
I smell an Excel worksheet coming on.
Yeah, it's a very handy and useful building. It's quite expensive to build it, but it's worth it. So basically, it's level 7 at the moment on this particular planet. So at that level, it will give me percentage of ships in the wreckage is 15.9%. So it's not a huge amount, but the reason it's low for this server is because of the fact that WASAT is 70% fleet debris. So the debris field will take up 70% of the fleet, whatever you lose, which means that up to 30% can be restored by the space dock. So I imagine, if you look down at the bottom, at level 19, space dock will give back 17.1% of ships in the wreckage. So I imagine something like, I'd have to do the proper maths, but quite high level, I don't know, like level 40 or so.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine you're one of the oGame programmers, and then they come to you with a space dock asking you to code that? For the first thing I would say, right, okay, you're going to restore 17% of my fleet. What elements of my fleet are you going to restore? How are you going to work it out? Is it going to be a percentage of each level, or?
Yeah.
Man, screw that. But yeah, it's a brilliant thing, mate. I have used it myself, and I have lost fleets and then came back, and it's not automated. There is an option. You've got to start repairs, I think it is, and then you've got to collect them.
Start repairs. Also, I haven't lost any ships, so you can't see it, but it would appear here. You have to start repairs
and then put back into service. Isn't it?
Yeah, well, put back into service wouldn't appear until after the repairs are complete.
Cool.
In terms of actually, so in order to build a space dock, we should cover this, is important. So in order to build a space dock, you need a level 2 shipyard. So level 2, and obviously before that, level 2
robotics.
Level 2 robotics, level 2 shipyard, and then voila, build a space dock.
I wonder if they're going to expand on the, the sort of beginner's tutorial to have something to do with that. It's not really an important building at the start, I suppose.
It hasn't been added to the tutorial, no, it's something that pops up, so I suppose they feel it's not necessary to do that. It's not that big a change. See the terraformer as well, is there a limit to how far you can go with that, or is it just basically about how much money you can spend? Well, yeah, as big as you want. Like for instance, obviously at the initial level it's not too bad, but if you get up to like level 10, it starts getting nuts. Yeah. The actual cost. Not so much from crystal deuterium is relatively easy, but it's the energy cost. I can't really show you that on this. It's actually showing me on the thing here. You potentially see it on a higher built terraformer. I think like what I've got on Quantum. I'll just let you know. The screen's actually went crystal clear now. All of a sudden, I thought it must be bandwidth related, but you can see everything you're doing perfect now. Oh, brilliant. Okay. Hello. Hi. So there you go. That's just bandwidth related, and I think we just need to make sure everybody in the house is switched off. Just you. Right, okay. Everybody in the street. We're doing a stream. Come on, guys, get off. Yeah, get off the internet. Damn it. Eat me bandwidth. Right. So I think if you've got nothing else to add, I think what we'll do is we'll leave this here. We'll go back and review it. But I can't wait to get back into the game on Sunday. And I say I won't be doing that mistake again. Oh, as I was mentioning, obviously, I just wanted about this before the start of the stream. This is the Info Complete Free add-on at the bottom here. Empire Composition. So what this does is basically when you can either do it through the Empire view, which you get from the actual Commander Officer, which is that paper plate. That one. But if you haven't got that, what you do is you'd go through each of your tabs manually. So resources, facilities, research, shipyard, defense, and fleet for each planet and each moon, and then that will all be correlated together automatically by the add-on and give you this. So the percentage of points you have in mind. So this is based off of how much is invested. Although that's saying 5,731,082 points in mind. That's actually equivalent to 5,731,082,000 res spent, because it works that for every 1,000 resources you spend, you get 1 point. So you need to scale it up for for everything.
It's just mind-boggling the amount of information, you know, the number crunching capabilities of this game. Right. It's ridiculously scary. I don't think there's any sort of limits to certain things in this game. You could play your entire life and you would never max it out.
But yeah, I mean, the only thing that really limits you is the fact that obviously things take a lot more time to build at much higher levels. The costs get astronomical. And also the fact that obviously you've got to think about the logistics of actually getting said astronomical amount of resources where it's got to go in order to make it possible to build that facility or that building, etc. But add-ons like this make it a lot more helpful and better interface. You can see an actual breakdown of what your character's made of.
So how long did it take you to populate that?
Pardon?
How long did it take you to populate all the information required for that? Was it
5
automated?
minutes, if that.
5 minutes.
You just click through all the tabs for each planet in turn.
And it reads them? Do you have to input them? It just reads them?
It just reads them. So you just click on the tabs and it reads the information and adds it to the whole details. If I click on this as well, you can see the planet points for details. If I zoom in a bit. Will that me?
Control and plus, yep. There you go.
That should be close enough, shouldn't it?
Yeah, that's perfect.
There we go. So yeah, so it breaks down to lines, all your facilities, and then defense. As you can see, I've got a lot of defense accounts set. I'm a miner / turtle as account, so all my planets are close together.
Teenage Mutant Ninja.
Yes. This is quite important. So this is basically right. So it tells you that this is your rank. If you lose all fleet and defences and your move, because those are the only things that are destructible in the game. It's a very handy thing to know. So this is when you're building stuff and thinking about what you're going to build next. This bit here is a very important thing to consider.
Definitely.
So you set yourself a goal like I want to be such amount of percent in destructible point.
Well, that's very informative. I think that's a lot of good information there, and I think I'll be getting that add-in installed once I'm up and running again.
I would definitely do it. Honestly, it makes it so much better and helpful. Awesome. And obviously, whatever you're building, once you've clicked on it, you can actually see how many points you're building overall, and work out. And once you click on your high score ranking, it will tell you what rank you'll be by the time they're built, if nothing else changes. And obviously, I can't build anything at the moment.
It's just mind blowing.
Change.
It's amazing, as I say.
Tells you.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, Brian.
No, I'm just saying it's amazing the amount of people that just look at this game and they just look at it on the screen and they go, that's boring, that's rubbish. They just don't see the level of gameplay that's actually inside this thing.
No,
it's ridiculous.
You think you can plan your project, you can do Excel sheets, there's so much strategy involved with actually doing the actual fleeting side of things, because you've got to work out the person's online times, you've got to figure out what ships they've got, what they can do to react to you. You've got to try and predict what the worst case scenario would be, how much fuel you're going to need, when you need to send your recyclers. It's a lot more complex than people realise. Yeah. Okay, it is text based. Granted, it's not as engaging and immersive as a lot of the console games out there, but it doesn't have to be. You can still have a lot of fun with it and still enjoy it in a different aspect.
Yep, excellent. Right, and I remember one of the first times I started playing it was actually in one of the IT firms I used to work for, and the whole office was playing it, and then it was like we're playing for a week or two, then the whole office got banned because all the scene was about 10 oGame accounts all getting played in the one IP address. So me being the IT manager, I had to go and submit the forum request. Please unban us. We're working behind a single IP address, and they unblocked us all. But it's funny, I don't know if you've ever been banned before. Depends what moderator you get. I'm not kidding, it was so funny. It was like one of the guys got banned for a couple of days, one got banned for a year, and it was me. They banned me for like 6 million years, and I was like, what the hell? What did I do that was so bad to get 6 million years? So, but then to be fair, what I said to them is, you're pumping money into your game, unblock us, and they did it. So here we are, 10, 12 years down the line, I'm still playing it. Metal.
That's great. That's great. I love that.
Oh, it just made me laugh because we all compared ban times, and it was like me. I'm not kidding on about that. It was literally something ridiculous, like 6 million years I was banned for. I thought that is so funny. And there used to be a page you could bring up within oGame that showed you what was it called again?
Yeah,
the pit or something.
That's gone now. They don't show you the pillory anymore. So you can see how long your bans and everything. Yeah, they took that away. Certain people were exploiting it.
Because it was quite funny. I'd just be sitting there, and then the next bit somebody would shout across the office, "Oh, Brian's banned again." I was like, "How do you know?" And he's like, "Oh, I know. Just send me the link for the page." Oh shit, I'm banned before I even knew. There you go. That's some funny stories there. Just about this quotations text-based game. You know, whole office playing it and having a bit of a good laugh.
Oh, that's brilliant. I love that. I love it.
So, and the moonshots is always a good community thing because everybody gets involved.
Yeah, exactly. We still got to do that for your last planet at some point.
I'm going to work towards getting the next one, but it's already starting to get quite costly. You know, my mind levels, I'm focusing them for a while, research, and then I think Graviton. I think Graviton's looking close soon. I think we're looking at that.
Yeah, doing quite right. Yeah, we can look at talking about that properly soon, actually. Because there's a lot of key things prepared. I'll talk to you about that after we've finished the stream, so you can plan out how you're going to do the stream for that later on.
Right, so let me just go here, actually. Yep. So what I've done is I've just took your screen off now, Arexcel.
Okay.
So I think we've covered a good bit of information there. I mean, that's half an hour we've been online for. Would you believe it?
Wow.
Time flies when you're having fun. That's it. We're going to ban Arexcel for 6 million years now. There you go.
Bitch.
I hope you guys have found this stream to be very informative, and you maybe learned something about this game you didn't already know. We'll be doing another stream fairly soon. So if you've enjoyed watching the stream, please drop us a comment, leave us a like. It's always good to get some feedback if we're doing something good or wrong, or if you want to add something to it for the next stream. But for now, myself and Arexcel are going to say goodbye.
Yeah, don't forget to bell us as well. Don't forget to do the bell, very important.
Oh yeah, definitely, because that will let you know when we are next going to do something crazy on the internet.
Yep.
So,
another thing we could do as well, Brian, perhaps in the description we could put the links to the add-ons for anyone who might be interested that hasn't used them or is new to them.
Yep, definitely. I will put those in the description of this stream, and again, you know, if you have anything to add at all, just let us know. You know, just drop us a comment.
Always looking for ideas and you know, suggestions, because that's the only way these sort of streams and communities can grow, really.
Yep. So it's bye from me.
And bye.
See you later, guys. Bye bye.